Over the months, I've been collecting 36 DCDs. Es uno, dos, tres, cuatro. What was five? Cinco, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 Weber carbs here. So the whole idea was, I know these carbs are worth quite a penny, and there's not a lot of them on the market that's actually working. And for those that don't know, this is where this channel basically started. This with me running these carburetors on my Nissan 1400 and testing it out, and that is basically how I made a living. So even though I don't do it no more, I sell styling parts and coilovers and stuff like this. I'll never forget, my passion for carburetors will never die. Also, coming back to the point, ADHD. Yeah, so I've been collecting these, knowing that they're worth quite a penny. So we will be refurbishing these carburetors, nah? And we'll be selling it. So the money that I've spent on Flippy, nah, will be made back from these carburetors. So for those that don't know, you can't just fix a carburetor and say, that looks nice, it's clean and whatnot. No, you have to test it. So we're still running a downdraft. I mean the air is going down. This is running at 32, 36. You guys remember I refurbished this carburetor. So since it's still running this carburetor, and the bulk pattern is the same for those carbs, I'll be testing those carburetors on here and making sure they are all lacquer before I sell it. So yeah, let's get to it. I started with the video so fresh, not realizing I actually need one huge container. I'm gonna strip the internals from the body of the carburetors, put all of those in one container, and then I'm gonna clean it with some Blixum. That's basically like degreaser, very strong degreaser. First of all, before we disassemble it, I'm just gonna show you guys how to identify these carburetors, since they all look the same, or similar rather. To the untrained eye, they all look the same, but they actually not. This one. This one. So these are the 3 different carbs. I think there's one more. That's not here. But this here is a 2836. That number that you hear, 32, 36, 30, 32 and so on, it refers to the first stage and then the second stage diameter of the butterfly. So first stage meaning it's a progressive carb. So you have your first stage, like in your city golf carburetor you have that as well. The one butterfly opens, and as it progresses, the second stage is open as well. So it's not just air that's only coming through as fuel as well. So if you have to fully engage your throttle, that means you'll be driving on both stages. If you're just like cruising here on say 30-40% throttle, then you're using way less fuel. So yeah, that's 2836. This one here is the classic. This is the sought after one. This is the one that everybody wants. It is a 36 DCD, also progressive carburetor. Then you have this one here. That's here. I forgot the name, the code for this one, but this is like a 38D gas where both stages open simultaneously. This, however, is 34 mil, so both sides is 34 mil. So ideally this would be like a V layout engine, and this will be like an inline engine. So yeah, so I got 2836, I got 134 code, and that's supposed to be on here. It says 34 DCS. Yeah, so besides the code being there on the base of the carb, normally you can somehow identify that as well. So yeah, let's begin. We first start off, I'll be doing one carburetor. Okay, I'll be explaining one carburetor, but the same would be applying for all 5 of them. That is how I'm going to be cleaning it. First you have to remove the lid, so you'll just need a flat screwdriver. Let's keep this part. So with just a flat, you can remove the screws. Make sure you have a container to put everything in, because it's rather small bits and pieces you see there small bits and pieces on this car that can very quickly disappear. So I know the question most guys would be asking is, why not run one of these 36D3s on Flippy, which would make perfect sense. So we decided to actually run one on Flippy and see what it performs like. But that is not where we want to end off, or rather stop, with this little Kent engine. I have a set of side rafts. Yeah, for those that don't know, side rafts is like the ultimate performance when it comes to carb parts, especially on these little Kent engines. As a youngster, that was one of my dreams to always have a set of side rafts on my Nissan 1400. What I did not know was that it's not the case of slap on or bolt on and there you go. No, it's very intricate. You need to know your carburetors. So we are going to end up with side rafts. The whole build, the whole premise of the build is gradual progression. So we're going to upgrade from this 32, 36 to a 36D3, but eventually I will sell them, all of them, and then we will upgrade to the side rafts, inshallah. And after the side rafts, I will have to go fuel injection. In other words, throttles, ITBs, individual throttle bodies. So essentially making a fuel injection like we did with the Nissan 1400 or Nissan 1500. Funny enough, the bucket didn't have a name, but nonetheless, this here is Flippy, for those that don't know. So we're going to end up with the throttles eventually, and then who knows, I don't know if the car's still going to be around, if somebody's going to come around and say now we want to buy it. But I would like to, after that, building a lacquer Kent engine, move up to say a 2 liter, I don't know, SR20 VE, like a VVL. was always one of my dream builds, like a VE, and then perhaps off that turbo, we don't know, we're gonna see. Yeah, but anyway, back to the video. We gonna, yeah, I thought now let me move it over to the side because it's rather dark there. Let's open up one of these carburetors and see which one looks the worst. This one here looks the worst. Let's see. Yep. So this is when a carburetor has been standing for years and has been left like that on the shelf. Focus. So we're gonna be cleaning this. So very careful when somebody say, nah, the car was running. Yes, past tense, it was running. Chances of this thing starting actually first time out is very minute. It's very small, very slim. Probably will start it, but it won't run perfect. As you can see here, there's dust, and you don't want none of the dust in the what's its name, these fuel lines. So yeah, let's disassemble it and clean it up. You guys want to see the rest as well? Okay. That's that one. See here, this float is completely seized. It's completely seized. Okay, so this one doesn't look too bad. Let's see. This one actually looks pretty good. Oh, this is one of the gaskets I had made. It needs to be made bigger. Why is this one? Put the camera down here. So this is one of Pickford's. They use these blue gaskets. Is there anybody in the comment section that actually sell these? This one look actually pretty good. Second stage. Main jet is actually loose. We're skipping the whole process here. But that is your main jet holder, and on the tip that is your jet. It's a 115, so 1.5 mil. That's probably the second stage. It's still small to go in by second stage. But yeah, let's continue disassembling. One very crucial, important, but I forgot to completely mention. I'll be failing in my mission if I do not remind you guys of this. See this little piston or this brass part there? Nah, there, that one is missing. I don't even know if that one fell out, but a lot of times when the guys take off the carb lid like I just did, now that is spring loaded. There's a piston in a spring and in this bottom cap that normally pops out, like it's situated there. So when you take it out, boom, it pops out and it falls somewhere and come, it's gone. There's still one in. There's still one in. There. perfect example. See how loose it becomes loose. Come now. In the case this carburetor gasket is in the case perished. Huh? Really now? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this here. So you see there? That is what happens. Spring loaded. That gets lost. That gets lost. And then why is, let's see if we can get that part out. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep the camera just like that. You see, I need to show the viewers. There we go. That part, is it on the screen? Is it showing? Those three parts, very crucial. It will start up, it will rev without this, but it's not gonna run smooth. It runs very rich and you're gonna struggle to tune it. So just be careful. I do have a friend that can actually machine these, and we're probably gonna have to machine a set for this lid, which does not have it. I don't know anybody selling these, so we'll have to machine it. No, just be careful. So you will need an 8mm for this. This here is the stand that frame so they can still see it in the sun because there's no light. Yeah. This here is the idle jets. Don't remove the top part with a flat screwdriver because the crucial bit is this part over here. This is the, no, sorry, did I just say idle? Emulsion tube. Emulsion tube. So you use a 8mm to remove this. Yeah, why is it not coming out? It's taking very long. So fun fact. This is how that is supported to. That is emulsion tube, and there is a air corrector jet. So there has a number at the bottom. Yeah, can we see it? It would say there it says F23. So for your first stage you use F23. For your second stage you need something a little bit more bigger, more rich. So yeah, that's air corrector jet with the emulsion tube slide up. So you're supposed to do it like this, and this one on top will have a number anywhere between, let's say, 215 and 195. I can't get it out. Alright, let's show them on this one here. Seriously now? Yeah, man. I broke that one. Where is big flat screwdriver?
True.
Hey? No, you must be very gentle with this one. Así. Da 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 da. So, the lower the number, the richer on the air corrector. The lower the number, the richer. The higher the number, the leaner. Yeah. So, with your main jet, it works the opposite way. So we're gonna put all of these here. Where's that other one? Hey, so they mustn't lose the stuff. Where is it? This here. You use a 10 for this. He's come out now. It's very dusty. This is why it's very important. You take him out. Also very important. You must have a brass. Very important, not a steel one or mild steel or what's this name one. Must be brass. You know why, Nyama? Is this brass or copper? Let me know in the comments down below. I can't. Is it brass? It's copper. It's copper because it flexes. Yeah, it bends. It flexes, so it creates a seal. Otherwise, the fuel is gonna leak out there. But anyway, so you what's smelling so lekker? What are they making? Same way. You do this one. Keep at bottom, Nyama, and you turn. The tip is the idle jet. Really now? Sorry. Yama, why am I flipping out here? That it must be cool and calm. I am normally cool and calm, no? This bloody thing is not fitting. I need a broader one, but thinner. Ah, there we go. So with this one, Yama, it also has a number on it. Where is it now? It says 120. So the higher the number on an idle jet, on the main jet rather, the more richer it's going to be. On the main jet, higher the number, the richer. On the air corrected jet, or air jet, the higher number, the leaner. So it works in opposite directions. Opposite directions, opposite values. Yeah. What's its value? Yeah. So, on to the next part. Yeah, we're going to take all of them out and we're going to put all of them here in a bucket. So now that we have all the emulsions and mains removed, we move on to the sprayer. Sprayer, or squirter. This one, it will remove the fuel from here and it will spray it on the first stage. On the 38D gas, it will spray on both sides. You need a special gato madre. Yeah, this one is clearly not going to work. I need a like a thick one. Since we can't take that out, let's see if we can remove the pump unit. So this is and wait. Yeah, man, I'm dumb. People is gonna be like, yo, this guy is most rough with the stuff, man. I was supposed to do this in the very first instance. So everything comes out easier. You want to spray this?
Where was the spray?
On the carb itself. All the moving. Lekker zee. So teach your youngsters to get involved in the garage. It's nice one. Other bits and pieces also now, man. Lekker zee. Okay. Alright. Lekker. Ga speel man over hier. Another thing that's always missing also are these. Okay, this is a 34 34 DCS. Now, normally this would sit on the side. That's also how you identify a 36 DCD. The fuel emission screw would sit on the side. When 836 would sit here on a 45-degree angle. But you have to. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you guys quickly how this one works. This is a aftermarket one. But the tip of a fuel mixture screw, right, it will be angled. So the passage here where it sits is also angled. So fuel comes down here. And when you screw this in, you're basically pinching the passageway and restricting the flow of fuel. So that fuel drips out there at the bottom. Right? So while the butterfly is closed, there's fuel coming out there underneath. So when your throttle is closed, there's still some fuel dripping down and that keeps the car on an idle. But when you turn this screw, right, it opens up very slightly. You see there that little gap? It opens up very slightly, and that allows for some air to come through along with the fuel. So fuel air mixture keeps the car idling. So even when your throttle is disengaged, there's still some fuel and air coming through allowing the car to idle. So yeah, that is what this screw is for. Also it helps with the progressiveness. So there's a progressive going into detail now, no? Let's see if we can get a picture of this one. I don't know if you guys can see there, but where the just there. See there that hole? That small little hole there. Now see if you can highlight it. That is when you give a little bit of fuel. That is progressive. That is, there's still more fuel coming through. So this here on top is where the idle fuel comes through, and that is a progressive. It comes from the same channel. Now, can you move it slightly, baby? Slightly. There we go. You see that little hole there? You see it? That panel. So fuel comes through there as well. So when you're giving a little bit throttle, like cruising like us, that is called your progressive hole. So your fuel mixture screw is not just responsible for the idle, it's responsible for cruising as well. That is called your progressive hole. So fuel comes out by the idle circuit first, then a progressive hole, and then the mains is engaged. Your venturis and your aux venturis, then the fuel comes out here. That is applied through your mains out of the bowl. So yeah, zoals hulle sê, hey, zwaar op juice, nee. As depends op hoeveel throttle you give. Depends on how much throttle you give. If you're just using progressive phase is light and juice. you can then give a little bit more, then it will engage this mains here. If you give full throttle, then both idle, progressive, no, progressive won't be used, idle will be used obviously, then both these mains would be activated and it's moving the fuel. So yeah, carburetor is basically how you treat it, how you drive depends on how you're driving. No? So the same applies for any carburetor, same applies for your side drives as well. Side drives also have a progressive phase stage. Some of them have 2 volts, 3 volts, 4 volts, 5 volts. So yeah, you get the economy set, side drives, and you get your racing time. But there's a lot of other things that come into play with fuel consumption. But we'll get into that more detail when we actually test fit or test the carburetors. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that little section. Please don't slaughter me in the comment section. My words, or rather my advice, or the information that I'm giving you is only from my perspective or my experience through the years. Nah. Thanks again. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now if you enjoy the content thus far. I think I've been talking about the whole time, or labeling, is this here. This is the idle jet, or rather idle jet holder. And then on the top you have the idle jet. So this is a holder and this is a jet. It also has different values. So on the 36D3 you will only fire it on the one side. On the 2836 you will find on the first stage and on the second stage. So. And it has a little cone. This is not correct. It's supposed to have like a cone on the top. This O-ring is supposed to have like a cone one. And another jet now, I'll keep it home. Stand so that some guy shine the book here. What do you call this? What do you call this one? For people in the comment section. I believe this is for the startup. I'm not sure what it's called. Honestly, I can just keep myself van gat in kleef and say, it's called a startup jet. I don't know the terminology of this one, but I know it won't run properly without it. I think almost something to do with starting up. And then you have this one here in the float bowl that sucks up the fuel for the sprayer, or the pump jet. Is that what you call it, for the pump jet? It's very good, easy to take out, but it's not easy to insert. Some carburetors have it, others don't. I've seen, yeah, like this one, yeah, that one doesn't have one, so this has a little office there, but that is not there. Make sure no dirt gets in there, nah? Very, very important. What else do we must have? Oh, and the see your Q20 work because you spray some Q20 on there, nah? It's now easier to remove. I wanted to show the viewer some. Is it facing here? This, this one also has a brass or copper again. Which one is it? It got these washers. It's very, very important. I must have one at the top and have one at the bottom. So the fuel goes up here and then sideways and then straight down here. But see there? It's washer on top and washer at the bottom. Come out. Yeah, that one. Baie belangrik, né? I know where everything goes, so I'm putting everything in one little container there. Yeah, sweet. So like I said, this thing over here, it's like a airtight sleeve, works like a piston inside the sleeve. So it's activated with the throttle, as you can see there. So it sprays the fuel out here. So that's just for startup or for accelerating. I think they call it, some people call it accelerated jet. You just there we go. That is what it looks like. It is spring loaded 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 piece. Again, I know where it goes, and yeah, so for me it's fine, but I would recommend you separate all of these parts to not get confused. In rare cases you'll find, yeah, leave her under the bucket, baby. In rare cases like these you'll find ones that's been laying around. It came on since Van Riebeck's time, bro. that arrived here in South Africa from the bricks boat. It is very rusted. Like this one was very bad. Then I would recommend some tool in a can or Q20 or any sort of lubricant. Nah? Like this edge was proper seized, bra. Like it didn't want to move. Wait till like 5 minutes after, spring some lubricant on there. Same the other side. Very important, don't force these because it can easily spoil. Now then you're gonna struggle to get it out. Same here with these rusted parts. Spray some lubricant on there. Let it chill. Chill baby, chill. Forces a crime line. Ik moet laatste part dat ik ook niet meer uitkomt. Hoppa! Don't force it. The reason why I must take us out because sometimes it's rust and it seizes. People leave it with the fuel in and then it causes corrosion. You see the now? Now see, let's see if this one is gonna come. This one is gonna leave. See, it's finally turning. Out, baby, out. Turn, baby, turn. As I finally, he's loose this one, yeah. Yo, you can see the corrosion on there. Very bad. I see my open lighting is fine. Ah, there's the cone I was talking about. Yeah, man, that is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to have a cone, not a normal O-ring. It's supposed to have a cone shape O-ring. What do you call it? I don't know. It's not rubber, some other type of material, but it gets really hard. You see that, baby? Oh, there's one this side as well. So this is a 34. It's very bad rusted. Remember the Q20 put it on in here, man? That's that. Eee! Mother. Yeah, nah, he's not going anywhere. He is now probably decided, you saw me here, you're gonna leave me here. I'm not gonna force this one, eh? For now rather. You let it chill there. There's gears in there also. Yeah, it's moving, yeah, man. It's moving. There's no point in trying to remove these if it doesn't want to come loose. If it works perfectly fine like that, let it be. As long as the mechanical bits can stay on, unless you want to do a proper refurb. But as long as you want the thing to work, I wouldn't suggest you fiddling here, because where you're going to get a bolt like that or fitting like that. So leave it in place. The reason why I take out the jets is to make sure the passageways is clean here, man. You know? So all the passageways must be clean. That's why this one must come out. There's an idle jet. And this one here. Lighting actually is much better this side. So this is your lid and this is your float. And attached to your float, the float is all together. Tied up here with a fulcrum pin or float pin. Only that. This here is your needle and that is the seat. Yeah. So that regulates the float level in the bowl, and as the fuel goes higher in the float bowl, this presses up to the top of the float bowl, the lid rather, then it prevents float or fuel from coming through. Yeah, so you need to see this also gets torn out after a while. Now we must remove this to that filter. Do you want to remove that now? Where's the shifter? You can remove it. Okay, I'll do one and you can do the rest. Hey, that was easy. There's the cover. Gingy! So besides having a filter, before the carburetor itself, you have this little thing here that you must also replace. That prevented all the dirt from coming in. It's very important, this one. Ish!
Removing that?
I'm gonna leave that one in. I can't remove it. I forgot now. Ek is honger. Weg hoor. He's gonna get to me. He's gonna come back to me. Oh, fucking 13. Noor, waar is die 13? There's no 13 spanner and there's no 13 socket.
I was looking for it. You used it the other day to remove
Nee,
the
jy
battery.
nee. I think
No,
you must get your own 13. I'm gonna get my own 13. My own 13 socket, my own
The one
13
that
spanner.
you used, you lost.
You lost it.
You lost it?
You lost it because where's it now?
Ek weet nie.
Ek soek die ding.
I used the pliers to loosen the battery terminal.
Kijk, 13 is missing. No, waar is die 13 socket? Because you use the sockets. There's no 13 socket. I wanted to loosen this thing. 12 only. 10, 11, 12, 14. Gone. Noor left the spanner in my bakkie.
Praat die waarheid. Praat die waarheid.
Hy weet ek gaan 'n ander plek soek toe, gooi dit in my bakkie. Ek gaan oral soek besides my bakkie, so hy left it in my bakkie.
Whose bakkie is it?
My bakkie. But
Oh, thank you.
anyway. Die man kom praat van ek het ooit verloor hierso. Die fucking ding werk nie man, is 12 is dit 13 nie. Where is 12?
There's a 12 there. I saw one last night.
Is dit kom 11? No 12.
12 is in die
So dat jy moet calm down.
Ek kom kan.
Is 12.
Dit was 'n hoë maande laas is so.
Ek sê mos is 12, Noor sê is 13. Tol is 12. Wat sê Tula? Parang gaan ons bietjie braai man. Ons gaan aan braai because as electricity.
Hier so dit hier.
I need these wheels. I don't know what they call it. Who sells these, but I need say wap. Ken jy number? Ken reclama Tula? Wap. They not like us. They not like us.
Hoor ek kan ons bereik.
Jy luister ook mos sy numbers Tula.
Sorry.
Jy luister ook hy numbers.
If I have my phone, you can sketch on my phone to see what I listen.
Die goedes is mos online nou vandag sit daar. So if you need your car's engine bay detailed, this is what you call hands-on, ek sê. Trust. Kijk hier dit. Jo. Hierdie man is gevaarlik. So these guys will be cleaning the carbs. Julle moet introduce aan die mense, wat jy naam?
Mr. Nike on the face.
Wat so goed?
Mr. Nike.
Mr. Nike. Just. Hoe oud is Mr. Nike?
14 years old.
14 years old, Mr. Nike. Kijk hier, die mannen zijn allemaal kwaai standbins maken hoor. En gauw goed die tires zijn. Zoek naar mannen zoals die Mr. Nike en... Huh? Elgin. Zij Mr. Adidas. Nike en Adidas. My bro. Look ja, that's engine by was for you. Cars dirty. As man say so maar get in the engine by Mr. Nike. Hy is op die job hier my bro, kyk hoe lekker hy booster nou. Hoi ja. Nou kyk hier gaat hulle hy carburetors om skoon maak nou.
Ons sal hulle skoon maak boetie.
I see that. Nora's busy doing the cylinder head. Or the engine is busy with the cylinder head, so while we're waiting on that, we're someone cleaning the engine bay. The Golf will be for sale. Probably by the time you guys see this, probably gonna be gone. But we'll be doing an update now. They're gonna be cleaning the carburetors. So let's see what's over here. 28, 36, 36 D3, 36 D3, 36 D3 and 134. So 3 36 D3s, 128, 36 and a 34. They're going to be refurbished and then we're going to test them on Flippy. The hustle is on, my bro. Right on, let's talk business. Carburetor refurb. Nah, look at say. I can't use this stuff, bro. My hands is already so cracked now. Nou, as bliksem, het zou het even more, bro. Maar die snij jou handen. So by the time you guys want to see this video, these carburetors will be sold. But I saved them up. Whenever I would travel, Cape Town, East London, Joburg, wherever, I would check Marketplace and I would purchase these, knowing that I can most probably refurb them. Only thing I needed to make sure is that they are complete. So I stripped it, and then, oh, by the way, we can fabricate you guys these accelerator cable wheels. I don't know what do you call it, but yes. See, this is from a city golf. It takes a lot of grinding file. But yeah, the whole idea behind this was buy them as non-runners, refurb them, and sell it, and that will cover my cost on Flippy. Because as you guys know, these ones not cheap, né?